Okay, so I think that we're going to get this started. I know that a lot of you have been asking about a very simple startup version of the Fidbox. As everyone knows, the Fidbox is an in-floor data logger that helps the homeowner understand where their environment is. So what I have on the screen right now is I have my uh, phone, my smartphone. And what I want everyone to do is go to fidbox.net, or I'm sorry, just Fidbox. As you can see, I'm bringing it up. I will be able to, at that point, open up the Fidbox app. I've obviously already have it downloaded. And then what we want to do, I have a Fidbox already installed on this one. But what I want to show everybody is how to start a Fidbox. What we encourage all contractors to do is go to register now and start your own account, and it's free. What you want to do, and I guess in this case, what I'll do is call this account Demo 123. Now, keep in mind, you can call it whatever you want, but it has to be specific to your what you're going to remember as a username. So in this case, I put the password as 123. I often tell people to do that because what they're going to do is have to remember that. And I often also say is that this is not your bank information. No one's going to steal money from you if you use a password like a 123. This is also very important to enter your email. I guess what I'll do is just call this one demo at mail.com. And first name, again, let's just do test. Test is a last name. And you can go through the addresses. And I think that ultimately the only thing it's really going to want is as I'm scrolling through here, as you can see, these devices are in a lot of countries. It's even more funny to see that the United States is only one of many that start with the letter U. So there we have United States of America. The upper right-hand corner is where you touch save, and it's going to tell you, please select a country, but you're going to hit save. Anyhow, we've just sent you an email to your account. So now I've just started an account. So why is that important? It's important because in the future, when you establish a connection for a homeowner, you're going to be able to share that homeowner's data to your account. So what we're going to do now is I've got a Fidbox here that I'm actually going to go into, and I'm going to start this Fidbox. As you know, I entered in demo 123. So in this particular case, if you were setting up a homeowner, you could actually enter in, you register their Fidbox as I did before as demo 123, and then 123 was a login. Now I'm going into that account. Now, with that account being what it is, you can see a plus sign in the upper right-hand corner. This is where I'm going to enter in the Fidbox number. So in my case, it's 003794. I'm going to name it. Now, this is the name that you typically would give your Fidbox. In this case, it may be master bedroom. So I'm just going to put master. Obviously, spell correct is great for that. So let's just spell it out: master space bedroom. And then, as you can see, it gives you the synchronization time management. What I often tell people to do is make sure that you choose a time that you know you're going to be home, unless it's not important for you to get the automatic download. If I also tell people too that if you don't work in a hospital, sometimes the best bet is to actually set it from 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. And then this works using Bluetooth technology. So it's very, very sensitive to distance. So what you want to do, similar to that of a Bluetooth speaker, is you want to make sure that you're within 20 feet. I often tell people to have their phone charged from 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. And then have that download happen automatically. As you can see on the screen now, I set it for 2 a.m. and then it automatically changes to 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. That's a 2-hour window. The device actually will synchronize in that 2-hour window, and it takes 3 readings in a 24-hour period, or 8 hours. It takes a reading of relative humidity coming from the substrate or the subfloor. The Europeans refer to that as a screed. And they also will take a reading of the ambient conditions, 1 per 1,000 square feet. So as you can see in the upper right-hand corner, I'm going to hit connect. And this is now establishing a connection with the Fidbox that I have on my desk. For those iPhone users, there's also obviously Android as well. I want to double check to see if I have my Bluetooth connection on by swiping from the bottom up. As you can see, the Bluetooth logo is highlighted in blue. So now it's searching for the Fidbox that I have sitting on my desk, and it's going to then basically capture a connection. As you can see, it's checking device serial number, ready for sync. And now I have basically just connected to a Fidbox. So now at this point, this is when you could choose the manufacturer. I don't know if everyone knows, but in Europe, almost all wood floor manufacturers require a Fidbox to be used for the use of a warranty. So this is the case. You'd put manufacturer, product. Now the floor treatment is going to be lacquered or oil. You don't have to go through all of these different checklists, other than if you want to enter size, you could. Floor heating, obviously, if it's a radiant heat floor, this is where you'd put the address and postal code, the city, the number of rooms, and even at the bottom, this is where you would share the data. So if I want to, I can actually share the data. This is where contractors have to understand when they're setting up an account for a homeowner. This is where they would share the data with themselves in order to monitor the home, so they could actually have the ability to get all of the data, as long as the homeowner is capturing that data on a regular basis. As you can see now, I've just shared this data with myself. Now I'm going to go back. I'm going to go save all the information. The street, it's going to come up. I'm just going to call this Main Street. And I think that should be it. And then what I'm going to do now is, as you can see, I entered master bedroom. As you can see too, in the upper right-hand corner is the pencil. That's where you, as a contractor, you would share this data, as I showed you before. This is where your email comes in handy, because you would enter it at this point. As I have already. Now I'm going back, canceling out of this. And in this case, since I did this just for demonstration purposes, I'm also going to touch the garbage can, and I'm going to delete this device so it can be used for another demo at some point. But this is basically how you get your Fidbox started. We often encourage, as I said in the beginning, the contractor to make sure that they set up their own account. It's free of charge. And then to establish a connection for the homeowner, whether that be you determining what the homeowner's username is. If you want to consult with them, certainly. There are some contractors that do not tell the homeowner that they've installed these devices, because they feel as though they're going to be the ones being held responsible, and that if the homeowner did not feel as though it was necessary for them to pay any extra money, at the very least, the contractor has the information to help diagnose what's wrong with the actual floor. So this is kind of just a really simple way of starting up your Fidbox, and I hope that this was helpful enough. And there will be many more of these to come. Thank you so much for your attention.